Rum Explorers, I'm Nia. I'm a rum enthusiast, and today we're exploring. It's called Alleyne Arthur's Special Barbados Rum, and it is currently distilled at Foursquare, which, as you know, is run by R.L. Seale. And today we're gonna go over why I picked this bottle, a little info on this bottle and distillery, and obviously the review. Grab a drink and come plunder some rum with me. Okie dokie. Got your drink? Now it's rum time. So, a little info on this bottle. Why I bought it. I absolutely was very surprised about the labeling. It looks quite vintage. I don't know if you know, but I'm definitely a label whore. If I see a label and I like it or something attracts me. But this one specifically, if you look at it, there's a lot of like vintage designs. There's a cool like windmill, like a little like scenery. There's some gold on the labeling, which I thought was really interesting. And of course, as soon as I see R.L. Seale, which as we all know is Foursquare, which is very well known in Barbados and just in the rum industry in general as making superb rum, I had to scoop it up. Not to mention the pricing. It was on sale for $20. So guess what? At this price, I had to scoop up one for you guys, my subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can welcome you on board and you can be automatically entered into winning this bottle. Yes, I have two. One for me, one for you. Rum friends are the best friends, so I am sharing this bottle. I am trying to do quarterly giveaways. So if you're interested in winning some bottles besides, you know, very rare rum reviews, definitely subscribe to my channel. Now, regarding the specifics on who used to make this, Alleyne Arthur used to be the manager of Hopefield Sugar Plantation, which was actually one of the larger plantations and distilleries in Barbados. Unfortunately, throughout the 90s, a lot of these larger plantations were having issues with production and just being able to sell their rum and export their rum, and therefore you'll see a lot of acquisition coming from R.L. Seale or Foursquare of these smaller companies. So for example, this one says Alleyne Arthur's Special Barbados Rum, and it does talk about the Hopefield Sugar Plantation in the back. Same thing as Dorley's. Dorley's was another very big distillery back in the day, and it was bought out in the 90s by R.L. Seale. But I think it's so important to mention that because this means specifically this bottle has a history of 300 years of a way that they've been making rum. Foursquare / R.L. Seale are trying to preserve the original way rum was made back in the day. So now, let's jump into the review. Okay, so as always, I'm taking out the rum aroma training kit. I did read a lot of people that commented that they noticed a very heavy caramel flavor on this. So I'm gonna take out number 4, which is caramel, and also I'm thinking of bringing out the orange peel back, and I'm gonna discuss this a little bit further down the line, but I had some specific comments that I found online regarding Richard Seale's wife, Gail. She commented on the notes that she picked up, so I want to use those as kind of guide me through this review, which was a very light tobacco, so I'm gonna bring tobacco out as well, which is number 21. And then I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit and I'll be back. Welcome back. So now for the review, I brought out something a little bit different this time because I'm playing around with the glasses I have. So today I brought out the Glencairn, which is a traditional glass used for sipping spirits. But this time I also brought out my rum taster because I wanted to see the difference, even with the same spirit, if I could tell absolutely any differences. So as far as the coloring of this rum, this is gonna be a very light amber, almost like a champagne colored, I would say. The legs, actually, I was very impressed because when I lightly swished it around, as we learned in Barbados, thank you Tina from Mount Gay, I could actually tell that the beating and the legs were longer than what I would expect a 3 or 4-year-old rum would do. Now, why I know the years is because I actually found a post on Captain Jimbo's website. He has this amazing website called the Rum Project, and he actually has a review on this rum, and he actually got feedback from both Gail and Richard Seale about this rum, which was incredible. And Richard Seale, I'm gonna put the links down below so you can read this yourself, because it's very cool to see like the owners and master distiller talk about these rums. So he does mention that there are pot and column, so a blend of both types of rums, that this is a molasses based. Captain Jimbo did mention that on the shelving where he bought this, he saw that it said sugarcane juice and he was confused. And Richard did confirm that it's not sugarcane juice, that there might have been just a typo and they meant sugarcane versus sugarcane juice or cane juice. The third thing was that there's no additives, and it's a 2 to 3 year blend, which is how I know how old this bottle is, which is very, very interesting. Now, as far as on the nose, I personally, and this literally just blew my mind. On the Glencairn, I got very heavy, like acetone, nail polish, alcohol nose, orange peel. Obviously the alcohol was dissipating, so it was a little bit on the stronger side. And then on the rum taster, and I literally did the exact same process for both. I only swirled the rum. I did not shake it or agitate it as I used to, so I am learning new techniques as I visit these distilleries and all the wonderful people that work there. So I did follow Tina's instructions, which was just to swish basically the spirit around, and I did the exact same thing. I did the exact same count on both. I had both my hands going at the same time for consistency purposes, and the notes on this one were completely different. So I actually got toffee on this one, I got dark chocolate and butterscotch. So I don't know, I think I might have to repeat this. Leave it on the comments down below if this blew your mind, if you thought the rum taster was going to be different from the Glencairn. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But me personally, I thought it was going to be exactly the same. I could not believe that this little donut situation, yes, it is like a little donut on the base here, would give it such a different aeration or oxidation and create such different notes. As far as on the palate, even on the palate, it was different. When I had it from the Glencairn, it was a little bit hotter, but on the rum taster, for some reason, it was a little bit smoother. I did try to take obviously the same amount of sips. Now, what does this remind me? It kind of does remind me of Old Brigand. If you have not had that, that's another wonderful rum that Foursquare distills in-house, but it's one of those old distilleries just like this one in Dorley's that now they make in-house. And this really reminds me of Old Brigand. It is a little bit more on the white pepper side for the finish, but it's not overwhelming. So as far as the rum type for the journal, it's gonna be gold. For the Gargano rum type classification system, this is gonna be a single blended because it is a blend of copper and column still rums. As far as the Royal Rum Society's taste classification code between dry and sweet, I gave it a 5. On the nose, I'm getting sweeter notes than on the palate. So if you don't like sweet rums, this one's for you. It's a very well balanced rum with a little bit of a peppery kick at the end. So I do think you'll enjoy this if you like sipping rums. And then as far as the flavor, I gave it a D, which is kind of on the middle. It's A is bland, to G is flavorful. As far as from harsh to smooth, I did give it both times a medium. It is 43% alcohol by volume, so you do get a little bit, tiny little bit of a warmth. I wouldn't even call it a hug. It's just a little bit of a warmth. And then as far as the whiskey exchange, it's gonna be a fruity and spicy rum. And now onto the rum aroma training kit. So we're gonna start with number 4, which is caramel. No, it's very concentrated on this one, by the way. I'm not getting any caramel, not a lot of sweet notes. On this one, the alcohol, I feel like it's not aerating as much, so I can't detect it on this one. But on this one, in the rum taster, I could definitely smell the caramel, but it's a little bit lower, so I feel like it's more like a toffee, which I said on the notes, but quite similar. And now number 17, which is orange peel. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah. So on the Glencairn orange peel, now let's see on the rum taster glass. I could see it. It's definitely a little bit hidden in there, but I could tell that there's a small little note in this one too for orange peel. And now last but not least, Seale's note, which is tobacco. Man, I think I'm gonna have to re-dip this. Oh, I know I've been talking about this before, but I'm kind of bummed. It seems like they're losing their flair, which is kind of scary for the amount. But let's see, I'm gonna re-dip it. I did let it sit for more than a minute because I did have to nose and put all my notes in my journal. Also, if you want to get this journal, it's the official rum tasting journal. It's made by the Royal Rum Society. I'll put that link down below. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, it smells more like a leather. Let me see. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to bring the leather out real quick and smell it from here. Oh yeah, for sure. So leather on the Glencairn. No, on the rum tasters, definitely you get the sweeter notes. It's like it opens up a little bit more and dilutes it without diluting with water, which is incredible. So yeah, very interesting. So now for the moment of truth. Is this treasure chest approved? No, but it is an excellent rum. If you do find this for the pricing, Captain Jimbo made this post in 2009 and he actually found this on sale for $11, which is mind-blowing because I don't know any other rum that is this quality and that pricing. So highly suggest buying this. And once again, if you're not a subscriber, I am doing quarterly giveaways, so hit that subscribe button. It is for free. I'm not asking for a monthly payment or anything, and you can win this quarterly's giveaway, which is going to be your very own bottle of Alleyne Arthur's Special Barbados Rum. The other thing I want to remind everybody is I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. Why? Do you want to see me suffer? We're going to do the one chip challenge as soon as I hit that 1,000 subscribers. So I know 60% of you are watching my video. So make sure you're subscribed so you know you can see me suffer at 1,000. And not to mention, you don't miss out on my content. I have a ton of more rum distilleries and non-rum distillery tours coming up. So definitely stay tuned. I look forward to the next rum. Cheers. Hey, do you enjoy reviews like this special bottle? Well, check out this one right here. It's an 18-year-old rum agricole with very heavy vanilla notes. Enjoy!